Sticky white, never think the consequences. That whole knees leave them licking my intentions. That hood life, the life is what I'm living. Did that hood life.
What up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Two Beans in a Pod, episode 20, with my co-host Erica.
What's up, buddy?
What up? You know?
I couldn't even.
What for? So you're talking about some cold,
I'm
cold
tired.
shit.
I'm so tired.
Yeah,
I'm like this. Like I'm like, what's up for everybody?
Code 4, I don't know what that means.
I'm so tired.
I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Nah. But thank you for tuning in, everybody. You know, today we're going to talk about this past weekend. You know, there was a protest. You know what I mean? It was in LA, based in LA. It was on Myers and First Street. You know, where everybody met up. People did a couple performances. People talked. You know, I wasn't there early, so I don't really know. Like, was there anything in particular that was boring or anything like that you remember?
Well, where they all like gathered to meet, there was the talks. You know, there was a couple of people giving speeches. Joseph Rodriguez, who's an author, and I'm so sorry, but I forget the title of his books because he has several of them. But one of them particularly is really famous, but within our community especially. But he, you know, gave a little speech on his history, and then he also CC from KD was in attendance, and she also gave, you know, a little speech, and it was pretty much, it was a couple of people that gave speeches, and then there was the danza or whatever, you know, that before we left. Yeah, but that's about it.
So yeah, you know, that went down. You know, I got there pretty much. I think like maybe 5-10 minutes into where they were gonna start marching and stuff. You know, and it turned out okay. I mean, there's always room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, you know. But overall, you know what I mean? I think like I said, I wasn't there when it first started, so I don't know. But it looked like it was all right. And people were actually like, you know, engaging and talking and stuff like, you know, and that, you know, props to everybody that was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of people there. You know what I mean? Brown side, fucking.
I never see anybody like, but it's because I'm always focused, I guess, on, you know, Shooter was there, you know, of course I always see him. But
Shooter, fucking Mackie, fucking Epilogues, fucking Zod was there. Like I said, Brownside was there. There was
Prime, the dude that takes.
Oh, Prime Suspects. The Prime, you know what I mean? He was there.
What's up, Primo?
There was who else was there? Man, fuck. What is his name? My bad. There was a lot of people. I'm not. I think they call him the real American Me Cholo or something like that. And he had like a little TV thing. You know, he was there. There was a bunch of people there. You know what I mean? And to everybody that I don't mention or I didn't say, my bad. It's not like I'm just like, oh, I don't give a fuck about y'all. You know what I mean? There was people there. You know, there was a lot of people.
Like, he's talking about celebrity people, but besides the celebrity people, there was a few celebrity people, but there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
The Raza came out. You know, like, you know, it's cool for all the celebrity people, but I think that was most important is all the Raza that came out.
Yeah, like,
you know
like that's what I'm saying. There was people that I don't know. You know what I mean? That I never met. You know what I mean? That like, oh shit. And especially props to the Brahma Reds that were there, you know, doing their thing, you know what I mean, making sure shit's aligned, everything was going good, you know. So big salute to them, you know what I'm saying? They always do their thing, and you know what I'm saying. So you always gotta, you know what I mean, appreciate the, you know, them going out and not getting paid and doing their thing, you know what I mean. So they were there, you know what I mean. So
this one was different from last week's too, in that I didn't see. We left. The sun was so freaking hot. The sun was pretty hot in Adelanto too last week, but. I don't know, I guess like there was so much going on that you probably didn't feel it, but when they kind of was said that they were about to wrap up, I don't know how much longer they stayed.
Well, they still there till 8 p.m.
Oh, but it was peaceful, right?
Well, I don't know. People started walking, like doing a bunch of different, like people went out and started doing like almost like their own thing. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, with their own signs and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so I think it was for the most part peaceful. It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think anything happened.
What I thought was pretty dope is that not only were protests happening in Los Angeles, there was protests happening throughout the country. So there was some in Colorado, in Aurora, Colorado, I believe, and then there was some in New York, and I forgot what other state, but that they literally like linked up to do it at the on the same day, so that there's more effect, to it, more visual numbers. I think that more of us could have came out, especially given that we were in LA.
Yeah.
I think that more of us could have came out, and they said that 20,000 people came out when we were in Adelanto, came out for the Black Lives Matter, which is dope, But I mean, if we're in LA and we're having a march for the kids in cages, then we should have more than I think we had like 1,000, maybe close to maybe 1,500, people out there. But we're in LA, in the heart of LA, donde está todo, like so. It's like, no, come on, like it's okay. We could have salir más,
I think
Yeah.
not only could we have came out more deep and shit like that. I think it also has to do with the fact, I apologize. Um, with the fact that, like I was telling her, like how do we um hit more people? How do we get to these? Like how can we get to more people? So like today, we will announce one that will be this week. Is this weekend, right?
This weekend, Saturday.
Yeah, this weekend is gonna be in Long Beach. So like we want to spread the news. You know what I mean? People, please repost it. Let people know. Invite people. That's the biggest thing. Invite somebody. I don't care who the fuck it is. Your mama, your daddy, and bring your damn dog. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
seriously.
for real.
It's like you could invite like your friends or whatever to go to the bar and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, so you better like take somebody out to a protest. Last week we talked about that I took our eldest daughter the Adelanto protest, and then this week we took our 27-year-old son, so our eldest son, and that was his first time going. But what's so dope about that is that this kid has called me like early in the morning, and he goes, mommy, and he's like, can I ask you something? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and I know I might sound dumb and everything, and it's all over everywhere. He goes, but what is this whole thing with the Black Lives Matter? Like, what is it really? How come there's Raza people all like angry saying Black Lives Matter too? And I was like, oh, well, thank you for asking. You know what I mean? Like, let me give it to you. So I was really excited about that phone call. I gave it to him from how I understood it, and then I also gave him options to look at other things of how other people view it also, so that way he was able to form his own opinion on it, right? And then I said, hey, and as a matter of fact, there's gonna be a march today. And so I'm gonna go today. Do you wanna go? And this is for the kids in cages and shit, And he was like, what? Like, I don't know. I'm like, Feliz with me last week. It's a really cool experience. Not just the experience like, oh, dude, I'm like, I'm part of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you kind of get a feel of like what that you're a part of something bigger than just like your household and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get a feel of like, oh shit, there are kids in cages that could be our kids that really could. There could be actually. And I'm not trying to. We're keeping it real, and I'm not trying to bash on Dan or anything like that. But in reality, like it could be like a point where Downer could be taken from us. That's what
I'm like, what the fuck?
You haven't even let me finish.
You started attacking me. What the fuck?
What's up, man?
What up?
He said, tell him to study a little Black history. I will. Okay, yeah, I will. But I was saying, Downer could be taken from us. He's not U.S. born. You know what I'm saying? So, different things happen.
She's lying.
It could be like, Downer could be taken from us, and then he's in a cage and shit like that. It's not just about kids in cages, and he is a kid. He is somebody's kid, right? So everybody's somebody's kid. So it is kids in cages, with including him, right? But so I was like, So it's not. It could hit home. We have his grandmother. We have his grandfather. We have a lot of people like that. So it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like find your cause. Find what you're involved in, and what you can relate to. What you know what I mean? And do something, right?
What
I
thought was dope is because I know you guys don't know my son, but my son is like, how can I say it? He's real fucking American. That's the only way I could put it.
Yeah.
Proud. I mean, and everybody should be.
To the army.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying like, just if you see him, you would not think that he's so into it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit, like, So it's like that fool. Like she was saying, he was really into trying to go to the army. I mean, to the Navy and shit like that. So it surprised me. The Marines. It surprised me just because of the fact that like we all have our own opinions, So sometimes he kind of says shit that bothers me. You know what I mean? It's like, the fuck, Frankie. You know what I mean? But it's just like he's really proud of being fucking the U.S. American. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He was like one of the ones that were. I want to say ignorantly, saying, yeah, fuck the Muslims and shit, like close all the borders after they did the whole like 9/11 and put them all and bomb them all and like, this and that, because that's how he.
Yeah, so I thought that was dope that my son decided to say, or our son decided to be like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? He's 27 years old, never really done nothing. You know what I mean?
At 27.
So it's just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, all right, fuck it. So my son came out, and it was just like, all right, I thought it was dope, just because, you just gotta show them, you know what I mean? Like that's my son, you know what I mean? So it's like, regardless if he was born here, his father wasn't, you know what I mean? It's like I'm his dad, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm not, like I said, I'm not against like America or U.S., but I'm just like, it surprised me because of how he stands or where he stands, So I was like, oh shit, and he was actually like participating, you know what I mean? So like, oh shit, you know what I mean? That shit was cool. Like when my daughter went,
he was like,
I thought that was dope too.
He didn't go as hard as Felice, because Felice went hard, She was like, yeah, she freaking got pepper spray, closed her face and shit, but just like his chants and shit, and he was like, I'm like, all right. I thought he was like gonna be like, I'm too cool, stand here. Not saying nothing, but he was doing his little chants and stuff. Yeah, he was cool.
So I thought that was dope, So just like the point of this podcast, what we're gonna do today is just we're gonna give you guys a little bit of things that have to do with protesting, and then just some things that like we're gonna continue to let you know. Vote. You know what I'm saying? People always talk about vote.
One of the speeches.
Yeah, like people don't understand. Voting does work. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it really does. You know what I'm saying? So, what up? So, you know what I'm saying? Is that he's from Mexico? He's all from Mexico. He supports us.
What's that?
You know what I mean? So, it's just like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I think that, like, we have to, as much as, like, I can't vote, and some people might think, and everybody's, some people always going to say that voting don't count. Voting don't, like, we've already hit that shit like 3,000 times.
Yeah, as long as we have that mentality, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, so as long as we have that mentality,
it does matter, it does work, and you should go vote. I don't care what you fucking say, especially for shit in your own city, right? You know what I mean? So it's like it's crazy, you know what I mean? So I just like I don't know, it's dope. And what I actually wanted to say is like because the homie Negro, the homie Negro, he's in Mexico too and shit, and then the homie. The real face official. You guys are from Mexico. Like, how's it out there? Like, how's it still going on? Is it not going down with the Judas? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like,
are you guys still protesting in Mexico?
Is there still protesting going on, or like, because we don't get too much of that news yet? You know what I mean? So we're asking you guys that are there. You know what I mean? So if you guys can give us some info as far as what that is, what up, box? And shit, you know what I mean? Like, that would be cool. You know what I mean? But again. We do want to let you know this weekend in Long Beach on Saturday, there's going to be another one for the kids in cages. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, support. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Just
you don't have to go to the march. If there's some people that are like, oh, like I'm too, like I can't do the march. The heat's too much, and whatever. I'm too tired. I just don't. Whatever it is, You don't have to do the march. There's at the beginning there's a meet, you know what I'm saying, where everybody meets and there's like little talks and discussions and information you can get there, or you can meet us at the end point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's always an end point. So, or you can meet at the end point and get whatever information you can and participate in whatever you can there also.
Yep.
Right. And so the homie said, still the same shit over here. Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
they're still going down over there. I mean, in Mexico.
Oh yeah, the people said too. Yeah, they're still protesting in Mexico too.
So so it's,
That's what I'm saying. We gotta keep doing it. We can't give up.
and not only does it doesn't really have to. You gotta realize this. You know what I mean? When something this big happens, it's not just here. You know what I mean? This shit's going crazy everywhere because, man, I mean, come on. Mexico is fucking crazy. We talked about this for a while already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We over here crying about shit when it's like over there, they're like, pinche, you know what I mean? Like I said before, they'll send that motherfucker, chief of police head, here you go. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, like at this point, like I feel like sometimes, like I'd rather be over there, because that's not like about no dumb shit, right?
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, though, right? You look at it like that, right? But it's so corrupt over there where you don't know who's the good or the bad. Straight up, So it's just like, as much as, excuse me, like you could say, oh, I'd rather be here or there. There's always a point of view of something, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, I hope this all ends as far as like with some good notes. Fuck this police corruption, you know what I mean? I'm tired of it. Like,
and there has been some stuff that has been coming about from it, so people are not like, oh, what's the point of the protest? Also, unfortunately, I was supposed to do some research to give you guys information about the executive order or bill that Trump is supposed to be signing into effect. I think, I'm not sure when. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure when.
No, but
that's why I didn't want to give that information. But I encourage you guys to look it up. There are two bills that are being presented. One from for sure that I know is one from the Democratic Party and one from the Republican Party. And then there's something else that the president is trying to sign that's separate, I believe, from the two. You know what I'm saying? So
what? But
and it's in reaction, in response to the protest.
Right.
So protesting is working. We got to continue. We can't give it up. Now we got to do something for our raza and the kids in cages, right?
Yeah, the homie from Mexico here says all that fucking police is corrupt. You know what I mean? And it is, you know what I mean?
They were showing all over the world. They were showing like shit in Canada, where it's like this fool had like thrown this girl over like a freaking acorn fucking building out in Canada, like fucking off of fucking just rushed her, like took her off, like, oh well, like, if I was here for a freaking warrant or rushed her and she fell, you know, like what the fuck, like no.
It says over here the cartels make it obvious for everyone. Fuck yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying, right? So some people might be like, in Mexico, he says, aquí los carteles make it obviously for everyone. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, as much as some people are like, oh, fuck the cartels, like, damn, that's like who actually backs up the people. You know what I mean? So, over there it's just too crazy for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fuck around there. We already know. Like, hell no. We're not going over there. You know
He'll be dead.
Serious shit. I don't even lie. Like, that shit, I can't. You know what I mean? It's just because of me, the person that I am is like, I'm all the way in or not at all, and then I'll fuck around half of my foot already in the grave. Like, all right, fuck it. So it's just like, man, so I just hope with all the shit that's going down in Mexico, especially in Mexico, because, we already know that shit's been going down where fucking the PRI and PAN, all that shit is the same thing like over here, right? Just for some of you guys don't know, over there is PRI and fucking PAN, where like over here is Democrats and Republicans, you know what I mean? So over there it's the same shit, you know what I mean? But they're just a little different as far as like how they work,
It's just because we're just a poor country,
right?
But it's pretty much the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the same shit, trafficking ass shit as they're doing, but just with less money. You know what I'm saying? So the poor are poorer, and the rich are not as rich as here, though. but
Right.
they're rich. They're richer than the poor.
And then
There's
the
a
whole,
bigger gap.
and then the homies, like, you know, the only fucked up part about it, you know, with the cartel stuff is like, if you don't participate, then next thing you know, your family's dead and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn. It's like, oh shit, what do I do here? You know?
But if you participate, you're probably gonna
Die anyway.
Die early. Yeah, you're gonna
So-
not live very long, anyways.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? That's what's crazy. You know what I mean? So I just hope, like, for real bullshit, you know, like, especially in Mexico. You know what I mean? There's so many people over there, like, straight up, like, live in poverty, and the government's forever been fucking, yeah, we'll help and we'll do this, and they ain't done shit. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't doing shit. They really don't give a fuck about shit. You know? Time, at least over there, we flip that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all flip that bitch over there, trust me, that shit's gonna get flipped over here. I mean, over here, I don't even know if you guys
I
realize.
think it'll be a domino effect anywhere.
Yeah, as long
it
as
just has to start. You know, like
No.
really
that's what I'm trying to say right now. So some of you guys that don't know, over here, because I don't know if you guys knew, there's a whole nother country. And I know you guys might think I'm crazy and I'm tripping, but I'm not.
I haven't.
So
researched it.
if you look it up in Washington, there's like it's 6 blocks like radius, 6 blocks in a square. They've taken that shit over. Cops don't come into that bitch. No one comes. It's fucking sealed off. Motherfuckers with guns and shit. Like, and they've literally declared a whole country. Like, they said a whole country. They're trying to tax
like
the
this happened recently.
Yeah.
With, everything that's going
with everything that's going on right now. That's what's happening over there right now.
on.
Like, there's a whole little piece of in Washington that they took over. Like, they've named it another name. They're trying to tax the just like you got to tax and shit like that, right? So they're trying to tax the people that want to stay there. You know, all the like retail stores and shit. They're trying to tax them, letting them know. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it's happening here where it's already getting to the next level. I give you a couple more weeks, 3-4 more weeks. Let's see what the fucking else happens. You know what I mean? Because
Like Minneapolis already, right?
yeah,
Decided to defund the police.
not only
Yeah.
defund, but they don't even want
So there's
policing.
not gonna be
So now they're actually trying to fight for no police. They want to do their self-policing,
community
community policing.
okay, I'm like, wait,
Yeah, they want to do their own like community policing. That's in Minneapolis. You know what I mean? That's here. So it's just like all that. You know what I mean? With all this protest, you can make change. You know what I mean? And trust me, I know people be like with the stuff where they, oh, but don't destroy shit and don't do this. I'm not condoning to destroy shit in any way, shape, or form to anybody, but there ain't gonna be no change without no violence. That's a fact. You know, it's in history.
I mean, that's what made
The U.S.
it's
Like,
violence, right? That's how they made the change. That's how they changed. That's how they came. The westward expansion was violent. That was change. That was violent.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were like, oh,
Excuse
yeah,
me?
here.
Can I get this man right here, please?
Yeah.
Neighbor? No.
So you know what I mean? Like I hope even other countries, because not just Mexico, I mean, there's a lot of countries that have it pretty bad. I hope all those countries, man, like I hope this shit just settles the fuck up. Where like I'm tired of seeing the underdog be the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I want that motherfucker to come and win. I'm a root for that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because it's just that's it. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot to bring. You know what I'm saying? As people, you know what I'm saying? Like I say that all the fucking time. Raza, all of us Latinos, we're fucking kings and queens up in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? They got us all fucked up to think another way. They want us to feel like we're just these poor people and this and that. Like and I could keep going with all kinds of other shit. You know what I mean? Like even religious wise, like you know what I mean? How they've got rid of King James. You know what I'm saying? The Bible. Why? Why? Look it up and you'll find out why. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do your research. Even shit that I'm telling you, go fucking look it up and then be like, hey, Downer, you're a lying motherfucker, bitch. I fucking said, you went over here and they told me, you know what I mean? And I looked it up and it was wrong, motherfucker. Hey, teach me some shit too. I'm down with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not down with acting like I know everything. You know, that's they always tell me right here. That fool you trying to like you know everything. Nah, I really do. Anything I hear or see, I go try to dig up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And see what's up. Because I don't want to feel stupid when someone comes up and talks about something. I'm like, I don't know shit about that. You know, you look ignorant. Like you'll be that motherfucker that's just there sitting while everybody else having a conversation. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So educate yourself. Fucking fight for your shit. You know what I mean? You have rights. You have fucking rights as a human. Fuck all the other shit. You know what I mean? Like, just as a human, you have rights. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Let's keep pushing. You know what I mean? And hopefully this shit does not end tomorrow, and then we're back to the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done with that bullshit. So hopefully, you know what I mean? Like I said, we can push forward. And like Erica was saying, just a stupid ass.
He's at work. He doesn't know.
No, he's not at work.
And it's already 10 o'clock, so we're supposed to. You see what he was gonna do? This stupid ass about this kid. But it's 10:08, so we're supposed to be done with the podcast. So if he's calling at 10:08, how is he a stupid ass?
Because he's still a dumb motherfucker.
Okay.
So, like I was saying though,
Can you play it, please?
so there's laws, right? So there's the certain not laws, I guess what are laws that they're trying to push forward, or how do you call that?
Can you call this? Huh?
Law are they laws that they're trying to put? How do you call that, or is it just like they're introducing them? How do you call?
The bills.
The bills,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So there's certain bills, right? So what bill did you talk about? Sorry.
I don't know what they are, but I know that there's the Republicans have one, and then the Democrats have one and it's for police reform.
Yeah. So for sure, one is just so we can get back on the subject. Sorry for my rant. So a law that they're trying to pass here is demilitarize. How do you say that?
Mhm.
Demilitarize the police. You know what I mean? Because remember Bill Clinton, all the motherfuckers.
What
Oh,
does
let's
that mean?
give them a fucking rifles and fucking grenades and shit. You know what I mean? Fuck all that.
Think
Suck my
about
dick.
it. When the police was first formed,
There was big clubs
they
and
were
shit.
like, yeah, and then they went into like, okay, they had handguns, and now they have like rifles, shotguns in their cars, some of them, and so it just kept,
ARs.
and now it just kept increasing, and that's what I'm sorry about the
Yeah, so
militarization.
and what I mean by that is because
I have been understanding.
yeah, Bill Clinton, all of them was like, oh, let's arm our police officers, and that's why they feel like that.
It
you
was
know
all
what I
a
mean?
political thing, though. That's why voting is important. Again, it goes back to voting. So the way he did it was like, okay, the Democrats were winning the vote. They had the Bushes in office, and they were like, oh, tough on crime type foods. And so they were like, oh, well, you know what? We need to like act like we're tough on crime too. So he did some bill to militarize the police, and then when he was in his second term, or vice versa, he did the whole 3 strikes and you're out, law, which also fucked us,
So that's part of the what? How did I say?
demilitarization.
Yeah, demilitarizing the police.
Mhm.
So that's one. Then there's another one. There's like 4 that are on the fucking ballot. Like these are things that you actually are gonna vote for. So that's the fucking arms. And then there's the fuck, what's it called? God damn it. I gotta look this up. But yes. So freaking but point is when you go to these want to go vote, the point of me bringing it up, I'm gonna give you guys other ones. Is they're not gonna give you info. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and all you see is something, and you're like, well, what the fuck is this? And remember, they're always trying to give you these tricky fucking questions where it's like, do you really want?
The phrases.
The way they phrase things. So just be careful. You know what I mean? Because when they're
I
like,
think it's a good idea for when you're looking at certain bills and stuff that are or propositions that are up on the ballot. I think it's a good idea to see who's funding those propositions, because that tells you a lot. Who's lobbying for them and who's funding them and what they have, other things they have funded, because that kind of gives you like, oh, then there's probably like some small print in here somewhere. you know, or if they have supported other things that you support as well. Maybe this, you know, and then you're like, okay, well, I don't really understand it too much, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they're supported by individuals who I've supported with other stuff or who have supported other stuff that I support. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way to look at it too.
So just inform yourself so you know when you go up to the thing and you say, oh fuck, you don't feel like and then you choose something wrong, you know.
And then you put, you know, the voting, the mail voting is like always like a cool thing too for people who are like, oh my god, like they get nervous when they're like there or whatever. But then the experience of being at the poll place is something I think incomparable. So you might, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna forget, you might want to write down, you know, what you're voting for ahead of time.
Yeah, just so you can know.
So you can remember, okay, yeah.
So those are things, you know, that the voting, and then, you know, on top of, I think the voting too, you know, you gotta take it to your mayor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go talk to your mayor, call your mayor. Hey, what the fuck are you gonna do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta hit your politicians. You gotta fucking call these motherfuckers. I swear to fucking God.
Oh, there was this whole thing that you were talking about. Darren had told me earlier that there was this bill that Governor Brown had, I want to say bill that he had signed that had prohibited local enforcement from working with ICE in order to apprehend misdemeanor criminals.
Right.
So that I guess that bill had passed in October of 2017, signed by the California governor. So the governor of California said ICE is not allowed to work with any local government or state government to apprehend any misdemeanor criminals in California. Right? Like local government is not working with them or whatever. Well, Trump apparently, which I didn't know, Trump apparently had tried to sign that order from the governor. So I was like, oh shit. So it was denied. And I guess there's some people that go, what's the big deal about that being denied, that, you know, that wasn't overturned? But that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And yeah, just so
we can hold our local law enforcement accountable. They are working with ICE or turning us over to ICE, or we see them like, oh, calling ICE and working with them, and like they're not allowed to do that.
Right, because they're not allowed to do that. One, and what some police stations were doing, because they were getting caught doing that shit, where they were like almost like advertising it, so you will know, and they could kind of wipe their hand. Oh, we told them, you know, and you know, but and it kind of helped, you know, but. Who I want to give a good, you know, a good thank you to is George Lopez and shit, you know, because that's who, regardless of what everybody else thought, like, oh, who cares about that? Why? Who cares?
Good night.
It was important, you know. So we all were like, whatever. But what it was it was a victory. You know what I mean? We fucking won. The Supreme Court rejected Trump's fucking, you know, trying to lift it and do all this other shit, you know, to overturn it. But the Supreme Court
ruled. It's called the state sanctuary law. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it was overturned. So I think it was
dope. Sanctuary. Oh, what's that message? What parts of it isn't? I remember attending the Irvine Council meeting. Oh, is that right? How so? Because I guess local government supersedes state government.
I don't know about that. Like, federal, I thought supersedes.
No, state supersedes federal. Well, it depends on some things.
Well, I'm gonna say, well, how? Because ICE is coming into the state.
But that's why there's that sanctuary law that they're not supposed to. But then she said that local government is allowing them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they do.
So I don't know how that works.
So it's
that's another thing you can research. Yeah.
So that's my thing. Just research it. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, they don't give us this info. They don't, like, as much as, you know, we would think that it is offered to us or is given to us, or they give us information or anything, you know, bullshit. But to themselves, they do. straight the fuck up. They'll send memos, they'll send emails, all this bullshit, right? But then us, the people, we're left to like, well, what is that? Or what is that? And then you kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? It ain't no one's fault. You know what I mean? You forget about it, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? So just read about the, you know, whatever laws or legislation, what do we call it? How do you say it? Whatever, you know what I mean? Like bills, like
local ordinances,
like all that, just research it, you know what I mean? Because regardless of what, you don't want to get tricked into signing something that you thought was good for yourself or for us or whatever. It could be against us, and your dumbass can sign it, and it's good for us, regardless. You know what I mean? So I think, you know what I mean, with things like that. What the fuck is
Because you said you're dumbass.
Yeah.
Son.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like I just would offer. Read up about it, get some information, call somebody. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not gonna call nobody because you know they're gonna nah, you know what I mean? Call them for real. Like just hey, I asked Erica, like I said, she's my fucking 411. You know, I'm
I'm
sorry.
like, I don't know, fool.
But hey, just if you don't know and you can't find out the info, call. Like I even called her about the whole fucking thing about the new country. And she was like, what? Fool, I didn't hear. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know?
I don't watch the news.
So it's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And even the news is fucking tricky, right? Because, oh, they only want to give you what they want. So it's just like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, look, let me give you guys something not everybody's going to get mad about. I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick. Look, remember that old man that got fucked up and started bleeding out of his ears and all that shit? And that the cops push and everybody's, that's just going viral all over. That bitch faggot old man was talking all kinds of shit like literally minutes before to protesters. You know what I'm saying? So how did it feel for your dumb ass to be talking all this masa, you know what I'm saying, backing up the government, and then you went right towards them like a dumb idiot. Like a fucking, then you got fucked up by your own people. You know what I'm saying? That's what the corruption's about. That's what I mean. Because if they were with the dude, they would have let him go by, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's how corrupt this shit is. They don't give a fuck. Fool, you see, I mean, right now we see people with fucking plastic bullets in their fucking foreheads. Fools busting out eyes and shit. And it's like, wow, like, are you fucking, like, did you, like that kid that was on the fucking, at the grass, that, like, seemed like that motherfucker got murdered. 187 and shit. That fool was standing there for a second, and then next thing you know, because that fool got shot with a fucking. Like, that's fucked up. That's corruption. That's abusing your power.
Police called ICE on me.
Huh?
That's how I. What? Are you kidding, Primo? He said, Oxnard police called ICE on me. That's how I got deported. They picked me up for my jale.
They can't do that.
What? I mean, it's too late now. No, it might not be too late. I'm stupid. I'm like, too late now, you know? No, but.
You always been you don't got your papers. You illegal bastard. No, I'm just talking shit. No, they can't do that, fool. I told your ass. Stop telling everybody. Told you that since I was there. Yeah, I'm from Mexico. Yeah, hey, what happened? Where your ass at now? You know? Motherfucker. Nah, but that's fucked up. Say no, fool. That's fucked up, man. Like that. That's what I'm saying. It's because we don't do that, fool. We don't educate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. Like, man, so much shit that we could have did or we should do, and it's like it pisses me off because I me too. I'm guilty of not leading my homies proper or giving them information, and, you know, things like that. And it's like now I try to do it, but it's like fun, you know. Now it's like too late. But
that just got me thinking, Primo. I don't know. I'm kind of like, you might be like, oh, you're like straight right there or whatever, but I'm like, huh. So maybe with this whole thing, with the change and thing that's happening, maybe there'll be some sort of opportunity. If you were, I don't know, maybe you're like down and settled and you're like, bitch, I'm good here. But I mean,
stop trying to take me back. Nah, you were just saying you want to come back.
If you're not, I don't know, maybe with everything that's going on and stuff, you know, maybe there's some kind of opportunity to be able to. But anyways, you got me thinking. I'm gonna be thinking about this one.
For real, fool. She knows what's up. Remember, she's calling your cousin. So You better pull that card now. Pull it. Nah, for real though, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's fucked up. See, this is a real life shit that we're saying, you know what I mean? That was done wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck, we just fucking talked about it, and then we got the homie over here saying that's exactly what happened here.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, I mean,
Yeah.
educate yourself. Remember, and then on top of all of this, motherfucker, this is our land, bitches. This is shit. So shut the fuck up. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's true. She said even if he doesn't say that he's Mexican, people just call ice on people that are that look Mexican, that live Mexican, right? Like so, and yeah, and my people will spice it out.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. She's never even said that to me, bro.
Oh, I said it to you.
I'm
I
just
got
saying.
ice all day.
I'm just saying, fool. That's
No, but I'm saying like he looks like Rafa, and I'd be proud. I should have, yeah, I look Rafa. That's right. You know what I mean? Like
so you're
there's
unhappy
no
that
way.
you're what?
A little bit, yeah. I wish I was a little bit darker complexion.
How are
Yeah,
you racist on your own
I'm
side?
not racist. I just like
That's being
like
racist on
I
your own
like your
side.
skin tone. I like your guys' skin tone. I appreciate it. I
It
think
is
it
dope, man.
identifies
Like
with
you
us.
ain't
You
got
know? Yeah.
Jose, come show off to your mom. Nah, but you know, I know we're just fucking around, but
Yeah,
for real,
no,
you know, like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like for real, it's cool. Like that's what.
nothing wrong with looking paisa, right?
No,
Right.
so that's what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? Like it's fucked up that we don't have that communication, that that open line. You know what I mean? Where it's like, let me call up and let me make sure, man. Hey, what the fuck? I just got arrested. Like that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like
we should have that for each other. Like
Yeah.
my kids, like when I went to the protest, when they started getting heavy with Felice, I was like, all right, Felice, here it goes. You know what's up? You know what I mean? Our attorney is, you know what I'm saying? You know, time to be, you know, send a thing, you start schooling them. Like, but I have that ability. I'm fortunate to be like, oh, I have this homie that I know that you could just call and he'll be like, yeah, I'm the attorney, even though he's not like really our like attorney.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
she's not.
But that's the
He is.
homie. If my attorney officially, right? Like he's you retain with that phone call, right? So yeah, like but not we don't know have it like that, you know, and so that's
She
what
just said.
like,
She just
yeah,
went by side. She just said
Like,
we
that's
don't have
what-
it like that.
we don't have it like that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. We're gonna rewind that. Swear, she just said that. Everybody heard that, right? But no, all fun and shit. Like, that's gotcha, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but
'Cause,
hey,
yeah, my kids would have been like, "Oh hell no, you better call my attorney right now." You know, Downer probably. Do you know to do that too?
who me?
Yeah.
I don't call attorney. Remember, Nero, the defensores? That was my attorney, motherfucker.
What was it?
I
forgot.
forgot. But remember when we used to fucking crank on them, fool? And we used to be like, hey, fucking the cow just went in front of me and I hit that shit. Where do you live at? Right here. And Pasadena. What? A cow? Oh, that's some other shit. But, hey, but for real, you know what I mean? We got to educate. We got to give that info to ourselves, to each other. You know what I mean? For real. No, all that other shit aside, like, we got to. You know what I mean? Like, give it to your neighbors. All that shit, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I was thinking of putting like some pamphlets together, like not for this, but now I'm like, oh, maybe for this too. But like maybe like a sheet. I was thinking of putting a sheet together because a lot of people in the community don't know about the city of Pasadena, that they have like this whole thing with rent, and if you're having an issue, like you can't get kicked out, you can't get late fees added, you can't get a 3-day notice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I bet you a lot of people don't know that. And so they're probably like being harassed and shit like that from like the owners or landlords and stuff. Because I'm saying that because they actually tried to come and harass me last month or whatever. So I was like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Like you're not allowed to do that. You know what I mean? Like
and there's actually just so you can know too, because that's even a little tricky too. What I just found out was there's a website where you could go to, and depending on where you live, you know, if you qualify for that.
Yeah, so
Because it
that's what I was
depends.
saying. But I was just thinking of doing like a information to pass out right here about that. So maybe we could do something to give other information about, like what's on the ballots, what's going to happen, and we could pass stuff like that out to the raza too. You know what I'm saying?
Especially as a matter of fact for the march.
At the
Good idea.
marches,
Good
at the
idea.
marches, we can have some type of information like that. Oh, that's a good idea at the marches
Yeah.
and the protests and stuff. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think. And as far as like I'm waiting to give you guys the other ones. My bad. I know we're taking a little long. I started and we're late, but I want to really give you guys these. There's 4 very important like laws that they're trying to like pass. You know what I mean, and stuff that I think are really important. And because of that, like, I want to share with you guys this shit. You know what I mean? And where I get this info from, and you guys could check him because Erica tells me to fact check anybody. It's the Patriot Act. Go watch that shit. I swear you'll be fucking mind blowing. All kinds of shit that you're like, what? So all you motherfuckers that wear your little tie-dye fucking pants and all those, you'll be like, what? We killed how many animals for this? What? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Keep wearing those motherfuckers. You'll be surprised. I'm not saying that I don't wear tie-dyes. So what I'm trying to say is, just always, what someone's telling you, look up your information when you go vote. Try to do some research. I mean, like that you're voting for something that's correct, something that's going to benefit you, because that's the point, right? You want to vote for something that is good for yourself, you know what I mean, or your community, or your children, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever your little thing is, So things like that is like, it's important, you know what I'm saying? So let me look for this shit.
I'm interested in knowing what he's gonna bring up here. Sometimes he brings some things that sounds like.
Because it's a crop war. The guy who owns the store was murdered, but we have.
He wasn't prepared.
I wasn't, but
Please put something in the comments on YouTube. Like that shit.
These are a few things we all gotta get behind, and this applies to everyone. Number 1,
qualified immunity.
Oh, this might be good.
Qualified immunity is where like cops or like depending on like who, like a district attorney or people that work for the government, they like it goes back to that stupid little pamphlet that I was saying, where they could do shit where they're immune to, like they won't get charged with that. You know what I'm saying? That's on the fucking ballot.
Yeah, so I think so the point with that is that that's something that we need to work on to reform, I guess, for lack of a better word, that qualified immunity that law enforcement, police officials have.
They have that. Like, they can do all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. Like, there's been cops that get caught fucking raping bitches, right? And then, raping females, and like, because they have like immunity for this shit, where like, oh, they get a lawyer, and then they get away with it, and then them fools get probation or shit like that, So remember, qualified immunity. That's one of them. It's on the ballot.
That's on the ballot.
It's good. It's on the thing. Yeah, like for
what is to eliminate it, or what is it?
To eliminate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's one.
Okay. This one was good.
There's a bill in Congress right now. Make sure it gets traction. Harass your member of Congress. Call the landline.
We're out here watching freaking videos on his phone while we're on live. This guy, get out of here.
No, but it's qualified immunity.
Maybe we'll look things up and have information for you guys. I feel kind of bad having you guys watch us, but we could wrap it up.
The third one, because remember the first one is the fucking what was the first one we had?
qualified immunity?
No, that was the second one. We said the first one before we looked it up.
Okay.
Whatever. Not whatever, but go back and read. We'll see. So the third one, right, is the fucking it's called vote out. Oh, it's not really gonna say this on the ballot, but it says vote out city local officials. That's not what it's gonna say. But you could call out of corrupt officials. So say for example, there's an official, like we've been talking about with fucking what the fuck's your name? The Clintons, right? So if say that say the motherfuckers want to come and they want to do some other little bullshit, but you have information on them that is like, oh, you know what, this fool fucking like the Clintons right now doing the whole fucking transporting kids and doing all that shit. Well, vote him out because he's already been in an issue where like, oh, they were doing some corruption or they were like fucking around with like shit, So that's another thing that's on the ballot. That's voting your local official that's corrupt because you can't do that. No matter how fucked up they are, no matter how much the shit is, it's only on them to vote them out. We don't do it. They do that. So that's the third one. And sorry. See? And not only that, but because we all know it, right? When you go to court, the first thing they want you to do is go for a plea, right? Well, instead of going for a plea, like your attorney should not be fucking congregating, I guess. You can say that? Congregating with the fucking DA and throwing a party and like, hey, and laughing and shit. Like they're fucking enemies. What the fuck are they doing talking to each other for? You know what I mean? So it's a little thing that they all have in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Where the judge, the fucking district attorney, the fucking public defender, all these motherfuckers, all they're doing is doing this whole shit to get you to go to jail. So let's vote out corrupt fucking officials.
Because it's if everybody took their case to trial,
the system will fail.
It would just break down. There's none. They don't have the capacity to be able to do that. And so that's why they, try to get you to feel.
So the third one is we want to be able to have the power to vote these corrupt officials out the fucking way. Get them the fuck out the way. Right? Which one? That was the third one, right? Or was the fourth one?
The reason that police officers never serve time. You have to Google when the election is, vote locally, and get new officials into the system. That's on all of us. Number 4. This is correct. This is from Keith Ellis. Keith, I know you are watching. Attorney General of Minnesota, and you have this case now. Come on, man. How many fundraisers have you and I?
So the fourth one is pretty much trying to hold the cops accountable for their actions, actually prosecute them. So, they don't get to get probation. They don't get to fucking, get a smack on their hand because they're a police officer. They feel so endangered that they killed somebody. You know what I mean?
Qualified immunity.
Yeah. So it's like,
That falls under qualified immunity.
no, which one?
This, like, punish them is like saying, like, we need to abolish the qualified immunity, right?
Yeah, but it's still separate.
Yeah.
Because these are actually holding them accountable. Only the cops, like the actual officers, So those are, and like I said, don't take my word for it. Look it up, research it, do all that shit, just so you can know what you're voting for. Maybe you want that shit. I don't know. Maybe you want corrupt cops. Maybe you want motherfuckers to whole shit. Maybe you don't want cops going to jail because they do. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean? But for our people, for the way we vote and the way we are, our stand is vote against it. You know what I'm saying? So those are at least a couple of laws, or I don't know how to. I'm not too good with all that shit. But things that are trying to be put, in front of Congress and all that to be, either removed or put in place, you know? So let's, educate ourselves, let's inform people, share that shit, let people know that shit. You know what I mean? Like, especially the whole cop thing, like Nero just said, the cops got, I mean, I'm sure he's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure motherfucker tomorrow they're gonna get the cops got called on them for some shit, you know? So let's educate our people, you know what I'm saying? The law enforcement, your local PD should not be involved with ICE in any way, shape, or form on misdemeanor. Felonies, I guess, is going to be a little different. We're talking about only misdemeanors. Just make that clear. I don't want to confuse you guys. Misdemeanor cases, police officers or local PD should not be involved with ICE on a federal level or trying to work with them or help them out on any of that shit. You know? So those are a few things that I thought were important that we should talk about as far as, you know what I mean, our thing, and again, everybody that's out there, you know what I'm saying, protesting, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna give you guys a big thumbs up, you know what I'm saying, and let you guys know we appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying, and just keep it up, you know what I'm saying, because we're not done. We're not done, we're not finished. Like Erica know we said on the protest in LA, we have a long ways to go. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. Continue it, you know what I'm saying? And if you have any questions, I might not have all the answers for you, but you know what I'm saying?
Google.
Feel
We
free
keep
to
saying
contact
Google.
Google, call, fucking, and everything too. Do a double, triple check. Don't just, you know what I mean? Go out
If
there.
you Google, especially if you Google,
Yeah, and
don't just do like the first thing that you find on Google and this is what it is.
yes, and one other thing that I wanted to bring up that I thought was very important, um, is your local newspapers information. When you get information, um, not that they're better because they're local, but they're more hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like the local newspaper is gonna do more than like for example, here in Pasadena we have the Pasadena Star News and Pasadena Now. Pasadena Star News has been around, they did their shit with the whoop, all this bullshit. Pasadena Now, they're more hungry, they're more new. Like they're gonna give you real shit, or not real shit, but maybe be more. You're gonna give you more information, you know. So like, let's root for these fucking companies to continue, because from what I understand, um, local newspapers and news is kind of going downfall. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that cause shit out. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Epstein trial and all the other things. Those are local, little fucking newsstands and shit like not newsstands, sorry, news companies and shit that actually, what do you call those, journalists? Yeah, journalists and shit. So like those people that do that, you know what I mean? That's who's putting in the work. You know what I mean? And while we're at home chilling, they're like, oh shit, and sometimes they just stumble on shit. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do a news article on this famous guy, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, what the fuck? You got a call on him about what? And next thing you know, that's what they do. You know what I mean? So let's help them. Let's support them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna give you more actual, real life news than some bullshit that we just want to put out there, right? Like, for example, the reason I'm bringing it up is when all these riot shit was going down and all this, right? Remember this. Before that was going down, the COVID was going down, right? So it was like coronavirus. And all these news articles, think about it, were saying, you can't be out here. They were calling people out because they were in beaches and parties and pools. And then, everybody was, congregating and no masks and all this shit, right? All the news people were like, you guys are crazy. You guys shouldn't do that. As soon as the protests happened, oh, well, they're fighting for their rights. They know what they're doing. This and that. Now they're supportive of all the drama. It's twisted. It's all bullshit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what brings them views, I guess, right? Like, what's the best shit, So that's that's all on another thing, just my own thing. Support your local newspaper. You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones putting in some work and you know what I mean, like doing some shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, with all that said and done, we really appreciate you guys. I know that, there was little stumbles and shit because I wasn't prepared for, some of the laws and You know, Erica fucking hasn't even talked in 10 minutes. So, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know what I'm saying? We love you guys. Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? You already know. Hit that motherfucking bell right there. You know what I'm saying? And that was me, you know what I mean? It wasn't informed. Hey, remember, Long Beach this weekend, Saturday. You know what I mean? Go support. Fuck. No release, no motherfucking peace. None of that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And then just one other note, you know what I'm saying? And we already all know this. Let's stand in unity, you know what I'm saying? All this other drama, all this other shit that goes down with us, especially black and brown, that's just bullshit thrown at us to try to get us to fucking keep being separate, you know what I'm saying? So stay fucking, you know what I mean, awake. Don't just listen to what anybody tells you. And you know what I mean? Research. Let us know what you think. Subscribe.
Thank you,
guys for
everybody, for tuning in.
We appreciate you guys.
Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Sorry that we're a little late today. We'll be on time next week. Look at our IG so that you could see what we are going to be talking about next week. Okay.
So
Thanks.
we
Thanks,
appreciate you
Timo,
guys.
for being so committed to tuning in.
Gracias, Nero. You know what up, fool?
Good night.
Esta la beaner. Nah,
Good night.
but thank you guys. Peace.
And